So for whatever reason, DC just has a lot of trouble on their productions, especially when it comes to the PR of their productions and apparently how actors and other people on the set are treated, in particular, how women are treated on their sets. For some reason, it seems like DC and CW and everyone associated with Warner like that has a lot of trouble when it comes to that kind of stuff on their set, and today is no different. Today we have this article from Bounding Into Comics talking about this Ruby Rose situation, and if you don't know anything about this situation yet, I will explain the entire thing to you. This stuff is pretty crazy and it will ruffle a lot of feathers when it comes to the CW, when it comes to DC, and when it comes to Warner Bros. It'll definitely cause some problems, there's no doubt about it, because they already have a history of kind of overreacting to these sort of things already. So it will be very interesting to see how they deal with this situation. Let's check out what I'm talking about today. This article from Bounding Into Comics says Ruby Rose eviscerates the CW, alleges mistreatment and unsafe conditions on set of Batwoman. I wouldn't return for any amount of money is what she said, and she posted a series of Instagram stories pretty much just exposing everything that went on the CW show Batwoman set. Rose revisited the topic of her exit from Batwoman on October 19th, declaring in an Instagram story, "Dear CW, Caroline Dries, Sarah Sawity, Greg Berlanti et al. Enough is enough. I'm going to tell the world what really happened on that set." That was from her Instagram story. Here is the next Instagram story that she posted. It says, "I will come for you so what happened to me never happens to another person again. And so I can finally take back my life and the truth. Shame on you." That was the first one that she posted, kind of just warning everyone that she's about to expose a lot of stuff that went on the Batwoman set, or on the CW show set. Moving to begin her takedown of the CW, Rose then took aim at now former Warner Bros. Television Group chairman Peter Roth, who stepped down from his position earlier this year. "Not sure if you left after getting promoted to the highest position because you just couldn't stop making young women steam your pants around the crotch while you were still wearing said pants, or if you left after putting a private investigator on me who you fired as the report didn't fit your narrative," wrote the actress. "Either way, when it comes to you, there's an army waiting for you." So that's pretty telling right there. Apparently, the former television group chairman Peter Roth did some pretty bad things when it comes to, like I said earlier, once again, the treatment of women, in particular young women, on these sets of these shows, and apparently just at Warner Bros. In general. They just treat certain people very poorly, and this needs to be exposed. I'm really glad that Ruby Rose did this, because this isn't how you should treat anyone. And you know, Warner, like I said, has overreacted to certain things like this in the past, and it will be very interesting to see how they react to some accusations directly against them. Will they just fire everyone involved like they did to Johnny Depp with the Amber Heard situation? Will they just fire everyone who worked for Warner Bros. That is ever mentioned in these Instagram posts? Or will they, react more slowly and more moderately to these accusations from Ruby Rose? I would guess that they're not going to fire everyone involved. They're probably going to dispute these claims and probably act like they never happened, which is very hypocritical, of course. Pretty typical of these Hollywood studios. But let's continue on, because that is definitely not the last one that she posted. She posted a lot more as well. The actress then published a video taken during a doctor's visit regarding the neck and rib injuries she sustained on the set of Batwoman, explaining, cut to 3 weeks later of this video, "It's worse than abnormal. This was diagnosed years ago on set, but I was told if I got an x-ray, we wouldn't complete filming on time and on budget. On top of that, I have enough documentation to make a 1-hour documentary," she added. "Pray tell us, would you like me to share the broken neck or the broken rib, split in two, and the tumor?" So apparently she has a lot of injuries and also a tumor that she wasn't allowed to get checked out, that she wasn't allowed to get x-rays on or get treated, because if she did get x-rays, if she did get treated for any of those things, they wouldn't have been able to finish the shooting on time. This is all actually pretty insane. I can't believe this is all coming out. I honestly can't believe that she's exposing all of this, but I guess if she kind of already decided that she wouldn't return to the set, that she wouldn't return to the show, and she even said no matter how much money they paid her, she would never return, that alone says a lot about the set, about how she was treated, about how certain people are treated on the set. But the fact that she's coming out and saying all of this is pretty crazy. And honestly, I think a lot of people are pretty happy about this, because it kind of gives Warner a taste of their own medicine, because like I said earlier, they have overreacted things like this in the past, and now the accusations are against them. It will be very interesting to see how they react to these accusations against themselves. A lot of people have said it on Twitter already, but I'm just going to come out and say it as well. The drama behind the scenes of these CW shows are way more entertaining than the actual CW shows. The CW shows are absolutely awful. This drama, though, pretty entertaining. I have to admit, pretty entertaining. In her next entry into her Instagram story, Rose shared the video of her emergency Batwoman surgery and asserted to everyone who said I was too stiff on Batwoman, imagine going back to work 10 days after this. 10 days after surgery, she went back, or the whole crew would be fired and I let everyone down because Peter Roth said he wouldn't recast and I just lost the studio millions by getting injured on his set. This is all pretty crazy. If this stuff turns out to be true, pretty crazy stuff. Roth also apparently told Rose that she would be the one who cost so many people their jobs rather than entertaining the idea of spending half a day to rewrite me out for a few weeks to heal. And apparently she has proof of all this stuff. Apparently she has videos, she has text messages, she has all kind of stuff that's proof that all this stuff did happen, that all this stuff was said to her, that all this stuff was done to her, all these injuries. She has proof of all of it. Following her surgery video, Rose shared the message she recorded announcing her absence from the 2019 San Diego Comic-Con and called on fans to imagine taking a huge pay cut to play a passion project and being so excited about the Comic-Con and then being told they would not adjust the schedule so I could attend, but then saying we won't announce it, you have to. Now imagine me putting my foot down and saying why must I be the face of this, only to be told if I didn't do this video they would be silent and people would turn up to find out the day I wasn't there. She continued, I folded, I wanted to do what it took, but then being told to cover your neck scar so we won't see that scar on the video and wonder why I posted my surgery video. So they wanted her to announced that she wouldn't be attending Comic-Con, but not say why. Not say that she just had surgery, a major surgery, and she couldn't go because of that. They wanted her to just say that. I guess they wanted it to make it appear like Ruby Rose just didn't want to attend the Comic-Con when that's really not the case. When really she took this Batwoman job, a lot of it because of the Comic-Con, because of stuff like that, because she said that she took a huge pay cut to play this role, and I'm sure that a big part of that was her wanting to do the Comic-Con stuff, do that kind of stuff because she just enjoys it, you know. So to have to tell all of her fans that she just doesn't feel like attending the Comic-Con, it probably was pretty hard for her, and it probably didn't get a very good response from her fans. She next asserted any threats, any bullying tactics. This is right after a post where she just pretty much says that she will never return to that set. There's a lot of stuff on here, so if you want to go check it out yourself, you can. I believe it's still up on her Instagram story, but I can't read it all because the video would be way too long. I did just skip one that just pretty much said that she wouldn't be returning no matter how much they gave her and stuff like that. And then right after that, she says any threats, any bullying tactics or blackmail will not make me stand down, before further recalling a number of additional injuries which resulted from the CW's neglect of on-set safety, included a crew member who got third-degree burns over his whole body, to which the rest of the staff was given no therapy after witnessing his fall off his face. While Rose was the only one who sent him flowers and cards, the loss of 2 stunt doubles and getting cut in the face so close to my eye in a stunt that I could have been blind. A woman was left quadriplegic and they tried to blame it on her being on her phone, so much so the CW didn't even help her to start with because they needed to investigate, so she had to do a GoFundMe, stated Rose. She's a PA, they work via phones. Dude, a woman was left quadriplegic. Now I know I said earlier that this was entertaining, but these people getting third-degree burns across their entire body, losing 2 stunt doubles because of injuries. I don't think that they passed away, but I don't know. Let me know in the comments if they passed away. I believe that she means that they lost them because of injuries, because she then says that she got cut in the face so close to her eye that she could have been blind. And then a woman was left quadriplegic. I know I said that this stuff was entertaining, but this part is not so entertaining. This part is pretty horrible if all this stuff is true. This is really awful, and stuff needs to be done about this. This can't be allowed to go on if this is really how they're conducting their sets. This is really, really bad. Addressing rumors that she fought people on set, Rose admitted that while these rumors were true, it was not because I wanted to, but because I wanted safety. Ask anyone in hair and makeup what I did for them after 2 were hospitalized, was DeGray Scott, who talked about unprofessional. In her final anecdote regarding the set of Batwoman, Rose stated that she was late one time because I was in the hospital, only for Luke Fox actor Cameron Johnson to tell her after her discharge, yeah, well, maybe if you were not late, we would make our days. A kid, an egomaniac kid who worked 1 day a week and had the audacity, Rose frustratedly began, before jumping to how the stunt department were furious, even though I never blamed them. Now, that's where I'm going to end it. I don't want to read all the rest of this because there are a couple of posts that I skipped because I didn't think they were as important. But dude, this stuff is wild. Like I said, it is very entertaining, much more entertaining than the CW show. But when it comes to the injuries of the people on set, when it it comes to the stunt doubles being injured and someone being left quadriplegic, Ruby Rose almost going blind because of an injury, her getting surgery, and then they're blaming her for getting injured on the set because they couldn't make the shoot day that they needed. It's crazy. All this stuff is really crazy. Let me know what you think in the comments about this whole thing. I think that this is really going to hurt Warner Bros. It's obviously going to hurt the CW, because if they're really conducting their sets like this, it's not good. It's not going to be good for them. This might shut them down completely. Obviously bad for Warner Bros. And it's going to be very interesting to see how they react to this whole situation. But like I said, let me know what you think in the comments. If you did enjoy this video, please leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. If you want to follow me on Twitter, the link to that will be in the description as well. Thank you for watching the video. Hope to see you next one.